main hobby, and she's doing some great work. If you're looking to empower yourself in this next year, she's a great person to connect with, and she's got a workshop for you. And then our sponsors for this year, we're so grateful to everybody who has sponsored us. And yeah, let's go on in. And here we go. We'll just give everybody a minute to come on in, and I am going to just pull up my introduction. I don't know if is Karen here? Oh, you're here.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I was waiting just to make sure you got to. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll kind of keep an eye
right.
to see if anybody shows up over there. So
sure.
See if we need to fetch anyone.
Sure. Okay, I've got Bernice here beside me, and I guess we'll be using this part of the front part of the stage here, but please help me welcome Bernice Loman, a woman of faith and a powerhouse in both business and ministry. With a master's of business administration and a passion for marketing and technology, she leads Loman Creative Services, empowering business owners and faith leaders to thrive. And as a certified business coach, tech expert, and author, Bernice traveled globally, offering training in virtual reality and digital marketing. And she also hosts the annual Christian Business Owners Summit in person and in the Metaverse, fostering growth and collaboration. A recipient of the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, Bernice is dedicated to inspiring and uplifting others through her work and her faith. Thank you, Bernice, for being here, and we are looking forward to learning from you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Listen, confetti for XRWomen. Yes. Come on, put your hands up. There you go. Awesome. Yes. And so for those who are not as familiar with Horizon Worlds, you'll just put both your hands up really fast, and it's going to give some really great confettis. Yes. Awesome. I am so excited. Let me just say thank you. Thank you, XRWomen, Julie, Paige, Karen, and so many of you who've shown so much support throughout this. And thank you so very much. And today I want to talk about the storytelling and the metaverse, bringing children's books and to life in virtual reality. Let me just give a big shout out to Paige, because I did not think of this idea. I just gave her my presentation slides, and she thought to put each of the slides around. So can we just give a I'm going to guide you guys along through my presentation slides really quick, and then we're going to head over to my I Create book world, where I give you a tour. All right, everybody got it? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to, right behind you, we're going to start at that slide. It is the title slide. So if you guys just want to guide along with me, you can. This is what I'll be talking about today. I won't be reading word from word on each slide, but just give me like a brief. So if you like to take pictures, you can. Also, you'll see those cards right there, right behind you. If you like to grab that at any moment, what that card is grabbable, right? If you see those little cards to the back of you, those can be grabbable, and it's sharing why virtual reality represents a paradigm shift. Great, she's already grabbed one, loved it. So all right, so here, when I wrote the book, the children's book, I Create book, it was definitely something I wanted to expand a little bit further and not just have the book, although it is in great stores like, traditional Walmart and Amazon and Barnes and Nobles, etc. I still wanted to take it beyond. And what this allows, the experience is virtual reality is representing a paradigm shift in how we can engage young minds with literature, creativity, and learning. And it's not just about technology. Yeah, we do love technology. Us XRWomen, we do love technology. But what I would love to share is that this project or this initiative is not just about technology, but it's about transforming passive reading into active participation. And that was my goal with the I Create book. And here you'll see this is the cover of the book. Big shout out to Anik Butu, who's a great illustrator. She brought my vision to life in the story of the I Create book. And this book follows a character. This little girl right here, her name is Maria, and she's a talented young girl discovering her God-given gifts through encouragement, exploration, and the unwavering support of her family. And this is a great story of Maria, who's creative. She's into a lot of exploring her talents. And with the story, with her mother guiding her and leading her through her faith, she also talks and shares her interest with reading, her interest with entrepreneurship, her interest with creativity, her musical skills and ability. And so this book gives a great inspiration to a lot of children who want to explore a lot of their gifts and a lot of their talents. So here's a character where she discovers her gifts: music, art, creativity. And with that, there's a wonder and curiosity. She's learning about her talents and her gifts at a very early age, and she receives a great support from her family. And here she also builds confidence. Now, I want to stop here because what I like to share is the importance of storytelling is that when you write, in fact, let me pause for a moment. Do I have any children book authors here? On a show of hands, throw your hands up if you have okay. Throw your hands if you're interested in creating a children's book. Because what I like to share is that when creating a children's book, okay, great, Thea verse. What I want to encourage you into doing is getting the ideas of the children. And what I discovered through the creation, big shout out to the creators, because I'm going to give them also a shout out. But what I discovered in the mix of the creativity and exploring of ideas of how the world will be created, we gather ideas of children and what they wanted to be able to see from each page. And so you'll see in the world, there is each page is all into one creative world. So imagine reading a book page by page, but also experiencing it from an immersive experience. And that's what I wanted to encourage other children book authors as well, is that technology allows us to expand further and not just our traditional way of creating books, but it gives us the ability to create immersive experiences from each page. All right, we're going to move further here. I also want to share the physical impact. We have the I Create book is located in the because parents, grandparents, children, the community get to also experience the physical hard copy of the I Create book, and it is in the Bull Street Library. Savannah, Georgia has several libraries, but the Bull Street Library actually is like the big hub. It's the headquarter of all the libraries in Savannah. So I'm so appreciative and excited for that. That the I Create book is in the headquarters, Savannah, Georgia, Bull Street Library. This here, you'll see I was at the Loman Creative Services Savannah office, and we have two twin boys. Their parents brought them to the office. They had got the book, I Create book, and wanted to autograph. So I wanted to show you guys that experience too. Here also is a Amaya with her grandmother Lydia Syed. She has the joy of holding the I Create book, and we have several. I mean, so many other photos of the children who have the hard copy with their grandparents and their parents, and it's just such a joy to see that this character is being brought to life also in a physical form as well. Um, and here, from pages to presents, one thing I've discovered is, especially with this project, bringing that immersive VR experience, is that the I created Meta Horizon Worlds transformed the printed story into a fully interactive virtual reality environment where young readers become an active participant in Maria's journey. So it's not that they're just reading about it, but they're also experiencing it. And I want to give a big shout out to the expert development team in this: Southern Edibles, Herbert Joyce. The script team was done by Island Aesthetics. When I gave them the vision, they literally just saw the pages and brought it all to life, and then in cooperation with some children that gave their feedback of what they wanted to also experience in. And so, yes, big shout out to the amazing expert development team. Also, the original soundtrack, you guys are going to hear some music, but that music actually was produced personally by myself, written and produced, and it is available on Spotify, Apple Music, and all major digital stores. I recorded this song, and it's also inside my world as well, because there's a story that Maria experiences, and you'll get to learn about it. I'll share more when we get to the world. But yes, with the experience with the virtual world, children can walk through a neighborhood playground, interact with key scenes from the book, discover hidden creative elements throughout the book, listen to original music, share the experience with their friends in real time. And this technology allows me to bring that story to life. And you'll see here the list of the technology here. Of course, Horizon Worlds platform, MetaQuest headset, intuitive navigation design for young users, safe, moderated virtual environment, regular updates, and new interactive features. So here, let's come along here. All right, take a quick picture here. All right, we're gonna pause, take a moment. Yes, everybody come take a picture and snap. 3, 2, 1, and all right, we're moving on here. So here's just a draft of the book here, and also the VR image. I want you guys to see the story the page being brought to life. This is one of the benefits of this technology, is that you can bring from one page to an interactive experience, immersive experience. As you'll see, that is the VR image of the book display, the bed, the photo. Right here is the front page. Here's a page in the book where Maria is praying with her mother, and then there's the VR immersive experience page, as well as there's a car that children get to actually drive. It's really fun. There is the piano where you'll see the music symbols that will actually come up, and it is a great experience because you'll get to hear my voice, my soundtrack, that you can hear. And here's a cover of the book. As you can see, the cover has the yellow background with the color letters of I Create, of course, with my name as the author. So you'll see that here in the page as well. But the educational impact of this, I wanted to provide some statistics. 2.5 times higher engagement. Students show that there's 2.5 times more engagement with VR content compared to traditional methods, and there's a 90% retention rate. Virtual reality experiences can improve information retention rates up to 90%, and 100% immersive learning. VR provides 100% attention focused learning environments, minimizing distractions. And so that's definitely what I wanted to portray here and make sure that they're retaining this information with entrepreneurship, learning about, you can read, but you can learn, you can read, and it is fun. So yeah. And any questions, by the way, before we head over to the I Create book? By the way, you'll see that there's a card there, icreatebook.com. You can learn more information. There is a website just for the book. You can also find the space in Horizon Worlds, and you can also learn where the books are in the major stores. I just learned so many other information about this entire project, a little bit about myself as an author. But yeah, if you go to icreatebook.com, it is there. All right. Any questions before we head over? I know everybody's muted, but any other questions? No questions? All right.
I'm excited to see this.
All right, let's go.
Yeah,
All right, you're
let's go.
you're going to click go right there.
Which one are we going to? The left or
We're
right?
going to the I Create book, the first
So
one.
this one.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to use your controller, and you're going to select. All right, everyone is here. Welcome to the cover of the book. I'll wait till everyone gets here. Welcome to the cover.
This is so cute.
Thank you. Welcome to the cover of the book. Yes, that piano
Sorry.
has real music keys.
I just
And-
stepped on
and-
it.
And the
It's okay.
basketball.
So this is, so I didn't share over there, but I wanted to share here, is that what happens is I actually go to different organizations. Like I partner with schools, I partner with nonprofit organizations, parents, and I share with them. They come in and we get a talk, a conversation. So this is the conversation starter right here. This is why you see the blocks, because I always start with, what would you like to create? And so the children, that's why you see the blocks. They're able to create something, and I bring forth a conversation to lead way into the character of Maria, who is so interested in so many multiple things. So you'll see, like, she was into music, she was into basketball, she was into creating, and in the story she actually created a playground. And so this is the conversation starter here. Okay, so this is, I'm going to walk you through each page. So this here is the cover, and if you come here and touch this door, you'll go to the next page of the book.
Wow.
So
Nice.
what you're
Touch the
experiencing
door.
here
Oh,
is, what you're experiencing here is actually the storytelling. You're moving from page to page as I share the story. Now, I am also working with creating an AI model bot that will also guide you into sharing the story as well. So that's definitely something in the making that I'm working on. But at the moment, I actually just tell the story. You get my authentic voice, and I walk you through the storytelling of the book. So everything, for the most part, is grabbable because it's a conversation starter. In the first cover, it shares about Maria, the character, right here. She's literally in this room. Everything that you see here is the front cover. Is the first page, where the story begins with Maria. She's sitting down and she has her video game controller. She has her piano, and she's just sharing that she has so many other gifts. She has her basketball there. And this is the starter where I ask children, what are their interests? What do they like to do? And so they've already created it from the cover page, but we come over here to have more of a conversation here. So if you'll touch the door for the next page. And this is the page that you guys definitely probably you probably saw this definitely from the other world XR women when I showed you guys a page as an example where you saw the bed. Now you may see that you're just in a tight little space. So how we did this in a creative space is there's a page at the end that also shares this same world, and so we spawned you here, but there's a page at the end that brings you out on that side as well. So if you guys are noticing why we're literally in this kind of like tight space here, but the goal is to share the story of how the story began with Maria right at her bed with her mother as a woman of faith, showing her that with faith that she can do all things. And what does she believe? What are some things that she desires to do? And she brings her by the bed and she prays. And this is why you have to touch the Bible to get to the next page. All right. So if everybody touched the Bible, you'll get this entire world will be explored throughout the story. You see the bank, it's all going to connect in the story. You see Fire's verse is going to the playground. This is all a part of the story because this is where the creativity opens up, where Maria in the story, Maria is at the playground at school, and her peers are all at the playground, but Maria is right here. And there's her teacher that comes up. Her teacher name is Mr. Genesis, and he's like, Maria, what's going on? Everyone is over there playing and you're over here. And so Maria gets to decide, well, I don't like the playground. I want to actually create my own playground. So Maria gets this tablet. You see the tablet. We're going to touch that soon. But this is literally in real life. Everything you see here is, if you get the book, I Create book, it looks identical, like exactly like the church, the bank, the car, everything, the school. And her Mr. Genesis is coming to her and she's on the tablet creating what she wants her playground to be. In fact, she wanted to add a ice cream machine on her playground. That sounds good, right? And so the idea was so great, and she shared it with she shared it with her parents. So if you click this tablet, I'm going to share with you and walk you through the story. Because here we're got it over here now to the school. And what the significant part of this story is with school, everybody come over. We're now the significant part of this story is that her creativity was someone's in the car. Y'all wave. She's gone in the car. But the significant part, bye Julie. The significant part, yeah, she just left us. The significant part of the school is that Maria's idea was so amazing that her teacher, Mr. Genesis, says, I met with the school board and we have decided that we love Maria's ideas enough. They were looking for a new invention of the playground anyway, and some new ideas. So long story short, this is the connection to the bank, because they offered to give her incentive, her in talking to her parents, And it was a great experience. And so you'll see next, if we click on the iPad, this is where it takes you and guides you as she's riding on her way home with her parents to discuss what took place and what she decides and wanted to do next. Imagine this as a child with so many ideas, but your ideas actually can work with you. And that's where the innovation and the creativity conversations come right here in this space. All right, so let's click here. The car is already right. Can we all get in? I think we spawned it for 3. But no, here we go. I think we can get a few people in. Okay. I think so. All right, I'm waiting on a few others. All right. There's a few. All right, here we go. So if you touch this the steering wheel, we will ride. And in the story, there's this car, this blue car, just like this. And Maria is, say it again.
I said I'd love it that we're all riding in this car together.
Yeah. And then, so in that car, we all are talking. Maria and her parents are talking in the car on the way home. And she's like, okay, I also want to play. I also want to play a song and write a song. And so here's the conversation again. This entire immersive world brings a story about innovation, that you can do it all. You don't have to be limited by your ability. That's the overall agenda of the story, is that Maria has her music talent. She has creativity. She's creating ideas for the playground. And so this is right here is literally where her dad tells her in the story. In the story is this small room just like this. It's her room that she creates music. And her dad on the page is talking to her. Okay, if this is what you want to do, I'm okay with that. And that story began with her dad and her mom in the car, and now he's continuing the conversation. And as they're continuing the conversation, she's writing the song, and the song is Without You. And so if you click on this, because she's telling her dad, I have this thing at church. I'm a little nervous, but he's guiding her. So if you touch this door, he's guiding her to church. Hi, Julie. How was your car ride?
Hi, sorry, I couldn't get out of the car. I walked it through the tablet. I ended up in a car. Sorry,
okay.
and then sorry, I skipped ahead. It was fun.
Like,
thank you.
We all were like just waving at you, like, bye, Julie. It's okay.
I know. I couldn't stop it.
Yeah, it's scripted to literally guide you through the entire story, so you couldn't stop it, but it's okay. So this we did ride the car on the way home with the parents. The dad is talking to her because she's like, I'm nervous, I'm gonna be at church, and I have this recital. And so he's guiding her. If you walk through here, and he's guiding her here, and if you move closer to the piano, you'll hear the music. Can you guys hear the music? Awesome. Look
Oh,
at Julie.
I
All
can't
right,
hear.
awesome.
Yes, I was dancing.
Oh, I
I
can't hear
love
it
it.
at all. I wonder
So-
why I can't. That's strange. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear either.
You can't hear
All
it? Oh, I can hear it.
No.
You can't hear it?
No.
I'm on mobile, so it might be why I've noticed I've had
Yeah, I'm on
some
desktop too.
issues.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. And I'll definitely go in and see why you cannot. But everyone else, if you can raise your hand, I wanted to make sure that because I can hear. Okay, great. All right, awesome. So this is literally a song Without You that I connected it.
Oh, I
to
heard it
this
when I
story
came
as
to this
well.
corner here.
Say it again.
Karen, maybe Karen, go try that corner.
This try stand where I am.
Okay.
It's a great song.
I'm
I
here.
like this one.
Thank you. And this is on all major Amazon, Spotify, you name it, everywhere. Okay. And so
Yeah, I
this
wonder
is
if
Maria.
if it's facing like the sound is directed in a certain direction. Because I can hear it over here.
Can.
Okay.
Oh,
So that means
good.
you can hear over there, but not
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
the
only here on this
actual.
side.
You're hearing
Okay.
on a 2D level, but we're hearing it on a spatial, which kind of makes
Yeah.
sense, right? So there's two
Yeah.
different types of audio.
Got it. Okay. All right. So that's good to know. But Maria in the story, she does get the confidence to sing and play the piano that she was practicing in the last page. And then after that, you touch.
Okay.
I guess we go through this.
That Maria created. Welcome. Remember I told you guys that Maria had a great idea on the playground. Well, the school board decided to give a great donation and initiative for the idea. They were looking for someone anyway. So this brings this amazing check that the school decided to award Maria. Yeah, if you guys want to grab this, they decided to award her for her actions, her initiatives, her thoughts, her creativity, and this is part of the tour where I also share with children as well that there's a reward, there's a reward in also your innovation. It may not be as much, it may not be monetary, but there's still a reward in creativity. And this is where I share a little bit about entrepreneurship, because we have to take a step from what happens with this amount. And I talk about bank accounts, going from going from an idea to financial freedom. What happens after that? And so the story shares more about creativity, but as well as entrepreneurship, and the step to that. So if you touch this cross, we're going to get to the bank. All right, here we are at the bank where Maria has to complete a checking account application. All right, so you guys can
cool.
you guys can imagine what kind of conversation happens here, because this is where I stop and I ask, hey, you have a bank account? Some children did not. And there was a opening conversation with the parents that say, hey, it'd be great to have a conversation. So if you grab the pen and you tap on it, you should be able to see your name.
Yep. My application is now complete. That was so good.
Right. And so you should see your name, and you will add everything here to the deposit bin. But you have to have your ID as well. If you do not grab the ID and put it in the bin, you cannot go to the next page. And that's a story that I also share in my book as well, how identity is important. You can't go to the next page without
this
ID.
This is really great. Yeah.
And the
and it gave me my account number.
And you'll have an account number once you have your, as you can see, once you get your account number, you're gone. That's where she left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Karen, this is where I talk about the importance of starting your bank account, the importance of not only having innovation and creativity, but how it can work for you, completing your banking application. I am looking forward to connecting with a financial advisor and doing some great workshops here in this space. I have not done that yet, but this is definitely something that I really want to kind of hone in into this piece a little bit more, because when I do have these tours and conversations, I have found that parents and grandparents have not started, credit applications, checking account applications or savings, even just as small as saving application. So I definitely look forward to having those more conversations here as well. So definitely that. All right. So if you have not already, just make sure you grab your pen. I think definitely over here, and it would allow you go to the next page. All right, hold on. Where's the pen? All right. Oh, there it is. There are somewhere floating somewhere around. All right. And what you'll do step by step, you will hear a voice that says your application is now complete, and you'll take it over here into the deposit bin, but you'll also have to grab an ID, which I won't, because I don't want to leave you guys here, because it
Okay.
will
Yeah,
definitely
Bernice,
spawn us back.
Julie said she went over and then she's stuck and she can't reach the Bible for the next
Yes, that's
page.
correct.
Also, I
Because
think
that
on
is
mobile, I won't
be-
be able to do this. Sorry.
because that's the last page. The last
Okay.
page doesn't take her through the Bible. That was the second page. She's now just at the computer that scrolls icreatebook.com. That is the total end of the story. So she's there at the end.
Is there another way of
Not sure.
skipping this? Because it's not going to work on mobile.
Okay, which is great to know. Definitely great to know. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. So, because you said we have to use both. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
But even with the mouse out, because we can't grab two objects at the same time, right?
No, and its purpose. So you cannot grab two objects. That is intentional, because
Okay.
each step, that's where I come in to share the importance of the application, but an ID.
So
Yeah,
so
but to
we
sign the
have to do
paper, I
it with
can't sign
So you
it.
have to do the application one by one. You do the application, complete the application, drop the application into the deposit
Okay.
bin. You come back to do the ID, because in between time, I share with the children about having an ID and also having an application.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
but how do we
so
sign
how
the
do I
paper?
how do
We
I sign
can't.
the paper?
We can.
All right, you have Karen, you have a pen in your hand. There's a
Okay.
pen or
Yeah.
pen or pencil that you will grab.
Uh-huh.
Oh, someone just grabbed your application.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I just heard
So
somebody said your
application.
application is complete.
Oh, okay.
So this
And
is
then
definitely great to know, because I don't think I even tested this at that time when this was created. Actually, there was not a mobile option for Horizon Worlds.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
only the mobile. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Meta Horizon Worlds later gave us the mobile option. So we have not tested it with the mobile option
Your
yet.
application is now complete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like with the mobile,
So-
if I grab the pen and I go near the paper, I have to grab the paper and then I'll let go of the pen, and yeah,
Oh,
I
thank you.
can't sign or
Okay.
anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That lets
So
me
it
know.
seems to be work best for headset, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Bernice,
No
what,
worries.
what
And that's
do, hey, well, which item do I drop in the bin?
both of them, but at a separate time.
I do the
Once you
application
okay.
first and then the ID.
you do the application first and then the ID.
Okay.
Can someone
Okay.
sign an application and then I can try putting it? Would it like register for me?
No, it won't. You only have to
Mm.
do it yourself, because it's
Yourself,
scripted
I
that
see.
it works per user.
Mm.
Because when you
Okay.
touch it, it will be your username as the name.
Okay.
Yep.
I understand.
But it's great to
Okay.
know. Yeah, and like I
Yeah.
said, when it was created, Horizon Worlds didn't give the option for the mobile, and so
Yeah.
it was only through the headset. But that's definitely great to know.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I told Julie, since she was stuck there, she was communicating with me behind the scenes to that we would meet back in XRWomen Island.
Great,
Since that
great.
seems to be the end. Does that sound good when everybody's done?
Yes.
I think because I'm on desktop, I'm unable to, or I'm just not quite getting the steps down to get into
Okay.
that next room. But
So
yeah,
I
but once
just saw.
everybody's done.
Excuse me, I'm not sure who exactly her name, but remember the lady who was asking about does she grab the application and the card together? And I said separately, but looks like she just did it and she got an account number and she should be probably where Julie is right now. I just saw her
Okay.
have an account number and she just left. But yes, that
Okay.
is the goal, because in between time, I share the importance of both, that you need the have an application, but you will also, without the application, you need an ID. And I talk about the importance of identification. So these are children at
Yeah.
a very young age, where I walk them step by step, that just because you completed an application, that doesn't create an account number. The bank
Mm,
has to make sure that that is you and who you are and your ID and your identity. And that's why it's not together, because there's a process where I'm sharing the importance of both. And once
uh-huh.
they grab their ID, then an account number has been created, and it takes them to the end of the story, where you'll see the computer there with the I Create book scrolling. So yeah,
Okay, cool.
that's it, y'all. Any questions though? I appreciate you guys, your time, and you guys
Yeah.
walking with me through this storytelling experience here,
Yeah, this
and
is
all the
awesome. And
feedback.
great that this kind of education is something that kids often don't get or at school, and having this financial education is awesome. And I love the way
Yes.
you've made each page into a room. That's super cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've discovered with having these tour and guide with children and their parents, is that definitely this is a important piece here, the innovative creativity, but also a place for the creativity, and merging with accounts and bank accounts and making sure that they have that financial literacy as well. So yes, it's been a great
Hmm.
experience.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it looks like there are just a few people left here. Shall we go back to XRWomen Island to
Yes.
wrap up? Because I know there are some others over there now.
Yes.
So everybody can hop back over there.
I can do a hub here for, let me see, everyone to grab if possible here. There we go. Everyone should be able to grab it here. You see it, guys?
Awesome.
XR
Thank
Women Island,
you.
and select go.
Hi, Julie Smitten. Oh my
You made it.
gosh, I did make it now.
I love your outfit and all your jewelry.
Oh, hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
did
fun.
everybody have a good time? I was looking all over for that place.
Did you find it? Did you go through?
Well, not well, I got stuck in the car and I couldn't actually touch the wheel.
Oh,
Star and I were there. Yeah.
Okay.
So we were like, yeah.
yeah.
There's just a couple
So
of tech problems.
yeah, that one was hard for me to reach as well.
Mhm.
But the journey that it took you on was about becoming an entrepreneur too. And it was really neat at the end. You actually completed an application, you created a bank account and created a application and went through that process, because a lot of the kids don't have a bank account, right? So it taught them how to.
No.
Yeah, so it's really good. So if you have a chance to try it again, I think it's like you can come visit anytime, right? So
Yeah, I mean, it's like, no matter what I did,
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
get it.
touch it. So I just
Yeah.
kind of,
for me, it was
Yeah.
way down here, and I
Really?
accidentally walked into the tablet, And then I couldn't get out of the car and it drove away on me and I felt like I was stealing the car.
Oh my God,
That's
that's
funny.
so cool. Is that Bernice right there?
That's Bernice. There she is.
Hi, how are you?
Bernice herself.
Hi, Bernice.
Yeah, I was waiting on everyone to leave the bank, and so
Yeah.
once everyone
Wow.
left,
Sure.
I'm here now.
And Julie, I'll catch up with you again. Like in,
Yes, of course. I would.
Yeah.
Yes.
and Bernice,
Yeah.
it's very nice to meet you. I wanted to shake your hand and
so
say
nice to meet
thank you. And
Thank
I
you.
will connect with you because maybe I would love to take a tour of this again with you. Oh, we had a few technical problems, but it would be
Sure.
very nice to celebrate your world again.
Thank you. Yes, let's connect.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Bernice, I have a question for you, and
Sure.
I probably should have asked that when we were there at the beginning. But the statistics that you quoted on one of your slides in the other space, at the beginning of the session, I was just curious where you were drawing those from.
Great question. I believe I got it from Google, but not sure exactly where Google got it from. So I'll double check with those and let you know.
Okay.
Kelly. Yep.
All right. Yeah. No, I think it's those kinds of things are good to have in our back pocket. And
Yes.
so sharing any data that we have about
Yes.
the effectiveness of VR, XR for learning is really good for
Yes.
and especially for convincing people. I mean, all of us obviously we're all in,
Yes.
because
Yes.
we're here. But
Absolutely.
trying to convince people, it's good to have those kinds of statistics. And so, yeah, if you could share them,
I
that would be
agree.
awesome.
Sure will.
Does anybody else have any questions for Bernice from today?
Y'all are
Sure, I'd
quiet.
love
Y'all
to
are too
ask.
quiet.
There you go. Dot has a question.
Okay.
Yeah, go
Bernice,
ahead.
by the way, fantastic presentation. What's been
Thank
one of
you.
your absolute favorite responses from a child experiencing Maria's world and reading the I Create book?
For me, it's just their interaction. And I didn't, at the time, I did not see children book authors bring it into a more immersive experience. And so for them, the children that I have seen their experience with is that they have never seen it either. And so for the first time, just their expression, their their parents like, wow, that has been my motivation. And I guess that kind of like that cheer on, like, wow, yeah, this is great. So yeah, definitely just the responses.
Showing them the wonder of reading and the wonder of VR. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and even just the twins, the story that I shared earlier here on that slide, and their parents were very excited to, just ask me like, hey, are you going to be to the office this day? We got the book and the boys want to meet you. They want to be able to, talk to you and speak with you. I'm like, sure, absolutely. So that was definitely also a great experience, and see their parents were excited about them learning about creativity. It's just, they're into sports and wanted to do a little bit more of other things. And so it was great to just, have that conversation with them.
I love what you're doing, teaching children to dream through this.
Yes, thank you so very much.
I think
I have a
Clear Star had a question here. Clear
Sure.
Star?
Yeah, no, I
Thank-
just wanted to compliment you. I think I love the concept and the interactivity. It's fantastic, and thanks for showing it. It would be
Oh, thank
interesting to not only come up, with original stories, but maybe potentially convert some children's books to this type of format.
Awesome. Thank you. And if anyone have any questions, I mean, beyond here, I'm open. Please reach out.
I have a question now if no one else has a question.
Sure.
I was wondering more about the logistics of things. So you mentioned that you work with schools and some other places like that. Like, how do you get them to actually go through the Horizon world? Do you take headsets with you? Do you just use the mobile version? I'd like to know more about your
I
process.
have to take headsets. I've had a challenge with convincing a budget into it. So I just,
Yeah.
so I definitely just bring headsets. Even at our office, we have several headsets. So we've had children to come to our office as well. Like we partner with a nonprofit organization that helps, they're called Star School Initiatives. And they bring in education with African American boys. And so with that, we've helped them with guiding them throughout the book as well. What they did, they actually purchased about 6 headsets. They had a sponsor, but they had more boys than that. So what we had to do was actually, the ones that they had, the 6 that they had, they came into our office with their headsets, but we had a few others that they brought in, that they use from ours, and then we were able to guide them through the story as well. So that I find that definitely, if they don't have the budget to create to purchase, I'll just bring in the headset and just allow them to experience it. Yeah, but my goal is to definitely, right now only have 4, but my goal is definitely to have more for them to experience it. Yeah, a more larger, crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm wondering. I know a couple of us experienced a little bit of difficulty just with the application process and the financial part at the end. Some of those of us who were on desktop or mobile, and I'm just thinking if you can work out those little quirks that that's a being able to experience it this way on desktop or mobile is like if a headset can't be had, or isn't available, then that would be another, the next best way to have the experience.
So at first, when Horizon Worlds made the shift to make it mobile, I did think about that, but then I thought, would it take away from that immersive experience with the children that I'm really trying to promote, is an immersive experience? So I really until today did not give it any thought, because I didn't want to take away from that headset experience and them actually, getting that immersive experience. So really, that's why I did not give it any thought. But today, yes, I am thinking more so, especially for like adults that may be on, but I don't want it to take away from that true immersive experience with the children.
Yeah, definitely the immersive experience is always better, right? But I was just thinking as the next best thing if that's not possible. But,
yeah, thank you. I love the feedback. Thank you so much.
What are your next plans, Bernice?
More books and to get into VR chat, because that's where a lot of the children are. Yeah, that is the next stage. Definitely VR chat and more books.
What kind of books?
My goal is I want children to, just like this, understand the importance of innovation, creativity, entrepreneurship. So it will always be around that scope. Anything that they want to create, to share that message that they can, learning more to collaborate. I would definitely love to collaborate, as I said, in the bank, a little more with financial advisors. So I like to share, just a message of entrepreneurship, what's all into that, and creativity, and bring along even co-authors. That's another step that I do plan as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to make sure that the books that I do create, they're in the space where the children are. So that's why, you know, they're not in a not XR, Engage. I wanted to bring it in Horizon Worlds because there were so many children along while we were building and creating and exploring. We're like, yes, this is definitely the place. So yeah, definitely the next step is VR chat.
Yeah, it's interesting how, you know, the younger generations are in certain places, and
Yes,
we need to go. We need to go there. We need to be.
yes, yep,
I have a
I agree.
question.
Sure.
Bernice, I love the church spaces that you created with the
Thank you.
music. And do you see VR being used in Sunday schools?
Absolutely. That's one of my goals. We help
I can
faith
imagine my
communities.
grandchildren enjoying it in their Sunday school.
Yes. In fact, one of the compartments, or I would say one of the spaces that I've dedicated with one of the churches, is I help leaders like pastors, ministry leaders, and give them an experience of what church can be like to connect with youth as well, and explain to them that I've seen a lot of youth that are in VR chat, and a lot of youth are into video games as a whole, PS5, etc. And so I do share that that's where a lot of the youth are, and how they can connect what they're doing with ministry into these VR spaces as well. So some of those are literally models that I allow them to put on to go into the spaces to see this is what's happening. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for what you've shared with us today, Bernice. It's really interesting. And just to give you, this isn't children related, but just with church and my aunt and uncle who live in the UK. When we were on lockdown, they were able to join the church congregation my mom belonged to down the road here in Toronto, Toronto. So now my UK aunt and uncle are now part of the congregation here in Canada because they attend every week by Zoom, right?
Yes.
And so starting to see that engagement just into conversations of families of how to participate, how to connect with others, and also the opportunities that we have. Like, we all think just so lightly of Zoom and Meets and these, 2D capabilities, but we're starting to take, as I've said before, take that step into our computers, take the step into the technology, and the kids already being there and playing in Fortnite and Roblox, and their expectations to have that same, again, meet the kids where they are. And just us understanding all of this stuff is it's incredible what we can bring to this next generation to help them learn and engage and be curious. So thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for all you've done.
You're so welcome. I remember this was maybe a year or two ago. I had saw two young men that are in the Savannah, Georgia community, and they are doing some really great things with their peers. Like, they are speaking, they're motivational. One of them were like 12 and the other one was like 16 at the time. And I invited them to come to the office, put on a headset, and let them experience VR, what they're doing as well. And I remember I shared it out on social, and I remember a grandmother reaching out to me, and she's like, Bernice, I really appreciate you so much for doing this space, because my grandson learned about your space, and he really enjoyed the series of the two young men and got to talk to them and ask questions with them about young leadership. And it was, I could really feel her sincerity. She's like, thank you so very much for doing this. She was like, he's always in the headset, but he took time to go in their space and to be a part of that youth leadership. And so that was one of the stories I just remember from that. And I'm like, wow, that was my motivation too. Like, okay, they're here. They're playing games all the time, but how can we take a moment to really inspire them and to plant something into their lives that will help them with entrepreneurship and kind of just speak life to them. And so this is part of the book, speaking life to youth right where they are and giving them that space. So if their parents don't even purchase the book, they still get to experience the story right here in these spaces.
That's awesome. That's really great.
Thank you.
Great. Well, I believe it is 1 p.m. Eastern time, including yours, Bernice. Thank you so much for speaking today. And thanks to everybody for joining us. It's been a wonderful journey.
Yeah, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Bernice. Very, very creative. And this is the future, right? We can experience stories spatially now. And you've provided a great